Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and a real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who need counseling, the husband, the wife, the brother, the sister, the auntie, the tanty, feel free to contact me at 339-1670. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you on our Facebook page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, on the Real Talk page, just like and share. Those of you on YouTube, hit the bell and you will know when we go live. Now viewers, I encourage you to tell your friends and your family about our page, our YouTube page. Remember, you can call your friends and your family, send them a little message, make a little phone call, your WhatsApp. Tell them Real Talk is going live now on Synergy TV. We are here from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. where we bring you events of the day and interesting topics that will teach you, the viewers, about things that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago in your community. As we start off tonight, viewers, Education Minister Anthony Garcia says that Trinidad and Tobago children come first. According to Anthony Garcia, the children of Venezuelan migrants could have access placed in Trinidad and Tobago schools if places are available, but priority remains the placement of Trinidad and Tobago children. Now viewers, Mr. Garcia, if it is that Trinidad and Tobago children comes first, what happens with the Gasparillo Reform Hindu School? You're saying the children come first, but the schools, before the children come first, we have to have the schools. What is taking place with the Gasparillo Reform Hindu School? What is taking place with the Rosilak Hindu School? And what about the Lower Morvan Government School? What happened to all these schools? And all the other schools that isn't being attended? Feel free, viewers, to call in, voice your concern and your opinion. If there's a matter in your area, 237-3135. You can call now and you will be live on air. Now, our Minister of Education, Anthony Garcia, says that the children are first priority in Trinidad and Tobago. Is it true? Because if we don't have schools properly equipped with equipment and teachers and structure, to be more specific, how can you say the children of Trinidad, they are more important? There is a lot of schools that are not even ready. So you tell me, Mr. Anthony Garcia, you tell me, you tell the public, because you made a statement, the children of Trinidad and Tobago comes first. We come in first by renting a space in our church. That's how we come in first. We come in first by renting a space in our community center. That is how we are coming first. Is that so, Mr. Garcia? Is that so? Is that first priority? The Rosilak Hindu School still are waiting to be constructed since 2015. That school still waiting. Currently at the Gasparillo Reform Hindu School, 151 students are being housed at the old Reform Hindu School that is currently in bad condition. So you tell me, Anthony Garcia, who is first? Who do you consider yourself to be first? Tell the nation. Tell the nation, I want you to come out and tell the nation why the schools have not been finished. 95% of schools throughout Trinidad and Tobago are completed. It's just 5%. That is a school that you are looking at. That is a school that you are looking at. But you want to come out and make a statement that the children of Trinidad and Tobago comes first? Come on, Anthony Garcia, man. Do you know how many countries are looking down at you? And they are asking themselves how it is this minister does not have education as a first priority. Also, the Lower Morvant government school still are waiting to be constructed. The children is being housed in a church. Remember I brought that story to you all? And we did talk to the PTA of the Morvant school. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saeed, and how you keeping, brother?
Hi, all right. How are you?
I just have to call in your program. It's the only platform my voice could be heard.
That's right.
And don't forget, PNM philosophy was always and is always to keep the mass population illiterate and uneducated. So they have no interest in educating the population. Thank God we are responsible parents that make sacrifices and send the children to educate themselves. Now, sleepyhead, lazy man, Garcia, don't care nothing. He fall to that also. Like he just get up from sleep and make all kind of state that have no significance at all. If he care about the children of Trinidad, finish the schools, and then look how many schools are finished right now.
Exactly.
So Saeed, thanks very much for giving me this opportunity. Take care, brother. All the best to you and Real Talk.
Thank you, my friend. You see, let me tell you something. When you hear you become a minister and you're holding a portfolio, let me tell you something. You are not being viewed just in Trinidad, you know. Because all of the Caribbean, everywhere these ministers go to keep meeting, to keep energy meeting and to keep security talk and to keep educational talk and bilateral talk, they look at the education system in that country. They look at the education system in that particular country. When you look at Trinidad and you say school is #1 and 2 weeks after school open in a new term in September, 75% of the school functioning, the next 25 down because what? This are finished and that are finished and the next are finished and we are getting money and one set of Nancy story. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
My John, these are UNC program?
These are UNC program. Are you a UNC member or what? You are a UNC member? You see, if your children or your grandchildren couldn't get to go to school, then you would understand it's not about party. It's about production from the government that you put in power. So you see, viewers, when you hear people like this call and ask questions, I just like to hammer them one time because it shows the level of dumbness. It shows the level of foolishness. If Kiss Baking Company say bread reached to $50, people like them so, they have to buy it. You know why? They may know not about making roti, so you have to buy bread. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Hello?
Good night.
Good night. Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Well, what's going on? 2 weeks ago, Guy Griffith at a conference. You remember that?
Yes?
And he talked about Kamala with weed in she house. And I hear you talk about that for true.
Well, it have all been cleared by the Commissioner of Police.
Real so you're supposed to bring that to the forward. You know what I mean?
It have all been cleared by the Commissioner of Police, and that's the end of that right there. Because
Alright,
I know
you
the
could have
matter was...
deliberated on it a little bit.
Huh?
You could have deliberated on it a little bit. Remember, it's real talk, you know.
I understand. But to be honest with you, the amount of thing we just have, sometimes we just slip our minds. So I do thank you for bringing it forward, my friend. The Commissioner of Police did clear the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, that is Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, of all charges, and that's the end of that right there. I do apologize for not bringing it forward. I did read about it. We were going to put it in our scripts, but it just slipped our mind. So thank you, my friend, and it's glad to know that people are paying attention to our program, and they know what we are doing. Caller, good night.
Good night, Said.
Good night, my friend. Go right ahead.
Yeah, boy, I just turn minister, I turn a big thief, you know. Every time you was not thief, you're thief now, you know. All the money you win for yourself, they don't care for nobody.
You know, but the thing is, caller, everything going for Ministry of Works and Transport, and we can't get school finished.
Boy, I just see the man right now, man, even man lame, boy. More dead than he living. All right.
Thank you, my friend. You know, it's sad, you know. Chief Education Officer, Mr. Sicharan, said that the Venezuelan, listen, would need a student permit from the Immigration Division to allow a place in our school. They need permission. But the thing is, if our schools are not properly well built, or we don't have enough teachers and equipment, even though you get a permit, where would you be placed? Because in Trinidad, we have children attending community centers, and they're going to church for schooling when they're supposed to be in the school, and this is what I am talking about. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Said.
My friend, go right ahead.
Kamala feels she fooling. Kamala can't fool nobody with Ganga Singh, who went and voted with the PNM.
I commented that just now.
Instigated with them. It's because all of them entitled to the pension too. So Kamala, don't try to fool people. You can't get my vote now. Yeah, all you join to that to make one man a scapegoat there and pretending now to the public. All of you will get a big pension. Yes.
Thank you, my friend. You see, when I'm talking about education, I doesn't like to lose focus. Because let me tell you something. Without an education, you would not have a bright future. Take that from me. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, my friend.
One of the reasons that Trinidad and Tobago, the government is not seeking proper education and finishing schools and things, because they know when the children don't get education, they cannot get no jobs. Right? And if you put these Spanish children in the schools in Trinidad and Tobago who do not know English, how are they going to learn their mathematics and all them things? It might have a Spanish class, but it's just one class. You understand?
Yes.
But chemistry, biology, English, maths, and they will not understand. So why it is that they're doing these things for? You understand?
I
and
understand.
to that man we're talking about Kamala just now, at least me and UNC, you know, I just like them people who protesting there who do not belong to any party.
For the right thing.
You understand? So that man we call and talking about Ganga, he had no shame. He had no shame. At least the rest of them didn't support the PNM. But they have to kick out Ganga Singh, Rambachan, and Fuad Khan, and anybody who support that. So whether she supported the jihad, she didn't show it to we. So that fella had no shame. So tell him don't call back the station. Thank you, Mr. Ali.
Thank you, my friend. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. This is Real Talk, and this is where you get the facts about current issues that are facing you.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call
1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. You see, these ministers feel that past and present are talking about. They just feel that when they're in power, they run things. But to those in authority, the one that is to come and the one that passed, if it was not for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you would have not been in that position that you are in. So that is a message to you, the UNC, the PNM, whoever is to come. Always remember that. You beg the people. I just always say that. Those of you in authority who want to be minister or who are ministers, how did you reach there? You beg the people. You were nothing before. And now all they intend to treat the citizen like this. This is why I just get on like that. Because you forget. You forget before you hold the ministership level who you are, a normal individual on the street. Running your little business like any other person. But when you hold a ministerial position and portfolio, power gets to your head, and that is the end of it. You feel you're big and you're mighty. But after the 5 years, and you come out of the big black chair you're sitting down, who you comes down to again? The normal man on the street. If I am wrong, you the viewers tell me. Venezuelan nationals hoping to come into Trinidad and Tobago will be required to obtain a visa. This policy was signed off by the Minister of National Security, Minister Stuart Young, following a 2 weeks exercise to register Venezuelan migrants in this country. Now, what I want to ask you, would that visa policy slow down the influx of Venezuelan coming to Trinidad? This is my question to you. This is what I want to find out. Russia and the Antiguan government signed a waiver on visa. So the Antiguans people could go to Russia, and the people from Russia could come to Antigua without a visa. That is what you call production. You know why? Citizens from one country could go to the other country and enhance their ability, enhance social work, enhance education, enhance business, And that is what they did. Can Trinidad and the US do that? Can Trinidad and Canada do that? How much brighter ideas our government is giving us. Recently, Maduro gave the Russian government full access to 2 gas deposits. Can we get that? Can we in Trinidad, can the ministers in Trinidad get these type of opportunities other governments are getting? Can we? Or are we our way back country to get these things? Do we have Mr. Tilak Singh on the line? Huh? Viewers on the line is the Cedros Councillor, Mr. Shankar Tilak Singh. Good night, Mr. Tilak Singh.
Yeah, good night, Ryan. Good night to the station. Good night to Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, Mr. Tilak Singh, I have 2 questions for you. Can you tell us whether or not this new visa policy issued by the Minister of National Security to the Venezuelan national will stop the influx of Venezuelan migrants to this country?
Definitely, no. It will increase now the Venezuelans that are coming across here illegally because it's much more difficult for them to acquire a visa in their country to come across, or even any sort of administration. They will have to go to Caracas. So the areas of Carpano, Maturin, and other Tocopita and so on, they would choose to come in illegal rather than to come in legal with a visa and so on. So I think it doesn't really make sense because in any case, it didn't stop the illegal activities that are happening within the Southwest Peninsula. Again, it's a run out of idea from the Minister of National Security, just because I think it's Peru announced visa for the Venezuelans. He's just trying to trump and follow suit.
Yes.
In trying to say that no Venezuelans will require a visa to enter Trinidad and Tobago. Before, when the port in Cedros was opened, they would have come in and get a 21 days visa stamp on their passport and so on. He decided to close the port,
yes.
Allowing now the only option open to the Venezuelans is to come in illegal into the country. I would suggest to him with that one is to try and open more detention centers, because that is the effects. They would prefer to come and go into a detention center in Trinidad where they will get all the necessary medical attention, food, and even a shelter over their head.
My second question to you, in terms of closing or protecting the borders in a southwestern area, was there any notice sent to you of what is being done?
Well, definitely. I mean, the minister continues to say the borders are closed, but we continue to have the Venezuelans coming in. I don't know if they are using a submarine, but they continue to come into our shoreline. And even if they are patrolling above the water, there is our beaches in remote areas, which is on the southwestern coast, continue to remain unmanned. I would expect with the limited resources of the Coast Guard and most of the equipment breakdown and is in Chagaramas, he would have now deployed the army personnel to set up their camps and so on within the remote beaches and other ports, illegal ports that the Prime Minister spoke about. So it's yet to see these units and MBs set up and the necessary patrols within the Southwest Peninsula, and especially on our shorelines. So I don't understand what he closed off or where he closed off, but Venezuelans continue to come in, and other, since before this issue, we continue to have problems with the other illegal stuff that comes in within the Southwestern Peninsula.
Now, Mr. Shankar, one last question before we go. Concerning the IDC and the Venezuelan immigrants on the hunger strike, what do you personally think about this?
Well, again, I would tell you that the government did not have a plan and still don't have a plan to deal with the situation. They continue to experiment rather than to come on the ground and talk to people with the experience and get international agencies to have a comprehensive plan to deal with this situation. It's just a talk shop and trial and error situation. As you see with the registration process, it was totally chaos. And having this situation now, what will become with the set that doesn't, who did not get registered, and so they would now have to go to those centers. So it comes down to the point that if they were dealing with a situation, having public consultation, having the international agencies assist in this process and deal with it in a more humane way, we would have ended up in a situation where we are today. And you know for a fact from day one,
Yes.
I've been calling
I knew that.
on the Minister of both Foreign Affairs and National Security for the intervention when we had the issue in Seizure Sport and in the southwestern Peninsula. And there was no public consultation. He preferred to sit in his high tower and not come down and hear the cries of the people and to deal with that situation today in a humane way with this Venezuelan situation. Today we would have been on top of things. We didn't have to open any registration center. We could have at least have Red Cross International and other UN group in Trinidad and dealing with the migrants, which would not be a burden on the taxpayer today.
True. Mr. Shankar, I want to thank you again for taking the time out to talk with us and to educate the viewers of what is taking place concerning the Venezuelan issue and concerning the western peninsula of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you again, and feel free to contact me at any time with any issue that you are having, and I will carry it live for you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, and I want to urge Trinidad and Tobago, the citizens, to be safe with the adverse weather condition we are facing. In my district, we had a roof went off, and we are trying to gain assistance from the public because there is no money released from central government through local government to the regional corporation. So I'm looking at corporate assistance to assist this family tonight.
Thank you again, Mr. Shankar.
Yeah, take care.
Yes. That was the CDRS Councillor, Mr. Shankar Tilak Singh. Now, viewers, just imagine, like I said on Friday, they came in here illegal, and they are carrying on a hunger strike in IDC, Immigration Detention Center. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, let me hear what you have to say concerning that.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call
1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now, viewers, it's Mashup Monday, and this is something that will light up the airwaves, the media waves, and even the press. More pension for the president, MPs, and judges. Finance Minister Colin Imbert said that when someone has attained the status of a judge, a minister, or a member of parliament, and they retire, listen carefully, and they retire with a pension of a couple of thousands of dollars, people laugh at them. So listen this. Come back to me, guys. Caller, are you there? Hello?
Hello, good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead before I mash up Monday.
Said, let me tell you something. We keep on asking all type of questions, how these things could happen, how Venezuelans could come into this country, how parliamentarians could go and pass legislation in the court, in the parliament, to increase pensions at a times like this. But the answer is simple. When you're living in a country that the citizens are dotish, you would expect these things to happen.
What's the language you call it?
We did not change, nothing didn't change from colonialism, from when the white people was in charge of the slaves and the indentured laborers. Nothing didn't change. All that changed was the color of the people who was the slave masters. So when you think now that how before, when they were in charge, that the people used to serve their masters, and you think now that you come and you get independence, become a republic, the things would change now. The masters supposed to serve the people. And we're supposed to draft a constitution that ensures that the taxes that the people pay to the people who's in charge, like in the government, they're supposed to make sure and take this money and give and serve the people of the nation to make sure that you have proper education, proper health care, proper security and things for the people. That didn't change. What remained the same is that the people are still serving the masters. And the good thing about it is that we have the people now in charge that looks like we. So whenever situation comes around, we always make the decision, why we go protest? We can't protest because that person looking like me. Why we go vex for? That person looking like me. I can't come and say why it is them the president getting $92,000 a month because the president look like me, while you have to suffer with a measly $3,500 after you work your whole life.
True, true.
And you can't even afford medication in the hospital, and them telling you that good enough for you, but it ain't good enough for somebody who getting $92,000 a month, a prime minister who getting about $70,000 a month plus a housing allowance that is undisclosed. Nobody know what it come up to. So no matter what, that is the answer to the question, because we are a dotish set of people living in this little island that we cannot claim our stake and demand what is ours and what we supposed to be treated.
Thank you, my friend. I understand clearly what you are saying. According to Colin Imbert, when they retire with a pension of a couple of thousands of dollars, people laugh at them. So what I want to ask Mr. Imbert tonight and his ministry, when you take away the disability grant of a man on a wheelchair, who laughs at him? When you take away the disability grant of somebody who have 1 foot and cannot work, who laughs at them? When the schools ain't finished and children have to go in a church, who laughs at them? When the retirees of Trinidad and Tobago can't get their pension, who laughs at them? When the nurses retirees can't get their pension, who laughs at them? This is what I want to ask you, Mr. Imbud. You and your whole ministry. This is what I want to ask you. When people expecting to get a little for something 500 and a food card, when they go to the grocery and they pick up their grocery and they go by the cashier and they swipe their card and they get 0, who laughs at them, Mr. Imbud? This is what I want to ask you. They may have no Ferrari to drive down the road with. They may have no boat to go out in the ocean and have fun, you know. When the taxpayers cannot reach their demands at the end of the month, who laughs at them? You talking about the judges and the parliamentarians and the retirees and members of parliament? When all they're getting $30, $40, $50, $60,000 a month, they're working on $1,200 and $1,300. They have to make that do for the whole month, 30 days. Who laughing at them? When Wasa come and when Tiante come and cut their power because they may have enough money to pay, who laughing at them? Call good night.
And a very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
To you too, my friend.
My points very quickly. Airtime is very expensive. One, we cannot set up a parallel education system in Trinidad. That is the only thing that could solve the Venezuelan students. Setting up a parallel education system, and it will not work. Two, democracy is the government working for us, not we working for them. Democracy is we hire you by voting. Democracy means that we could fire you by voting. 2020 comment, not to worry. But I want you to investigate something, or you could Google it or check YouTube. There is a cult in Venezuela called the cult of the Holy Thugs. These people worship slain gang leaders and people with a violent history. They offer alcohol, smoke cigar, and they ask that revenge, they have to get revenge. So if somebody do them anything, they're looking at means and ways how to get revenge. I am wondering if any of these people, members of the Holy Thugs,
in Trinidad,
all the best, continue doing the good work.
Thank you, my friend. When somebody who getting CDAP can't get their CDAP medicine, who laughing at them? When they hear every month and they have to get a certain amount of insulin to survive, who laughing at them? Who laughing at them? What is the job of the president in Trinidad? When last we heard the president make a decision that could help out some individuals or individuals in Trinidad? When last? When you're working for $90,000 a month, who laughing at you? Nobody. When you can't get CDAP medicine, you feel any pain. Who laughing at you? Those in authority. So when you hear you tell yourself that you make a statement of being an MP and a judge and a parliamentarian and you go home with a couple $1,000, when you was getting $40,000 and $50,000 a month, you wasn't laughing. Come on out and say something. You wasn't laughing. This is why when I called and made a statement and said, Saeed, invite these ministers, they wouldn't come here. They would not. They would go on other media house where they would run the show instead of the host running it. You wouldn't come on Real Talk because there's real questions you're getting. I'll tell you this one man only ain't embarrassing. You can't embarrass me because I will hit your hammer on the nail head in front of the camera. Call good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed. Well, I know who is laughing. Dimbut is laughing at us.
Yes.
Because Dimbut said
because
that
he raised the gas
taxed us
price
once,
3 times.
fuel tax. He tax us twice, and he giggle. He laugh at us. He take us for fools. But the politicians, they deserve 1 cent increase, because from the time they get in office, they start lining their pockets and their friend pockets, so that when they come out of their friends have money for them. Like the president is getting $25,000 a month because the president is not occupying the official residence. However, the government is paying for a residence for the president. So the president deserves 1 cent increase in salary. Any benefit, they should cut everybody's salary by half.
Exactly.
I contributed to a pension fund. I contributed to a pension. I retired and receiving a pension. And my money is being taxed. Although I contribute to a pension, which one of them in parliament, they're contributing to a pension. They go there and steal our money. They steal the money from the treasury. We can't get foreign exchange, and they steal our money. I contributed to a pension and have to pay tax. And they overtax me, and I ain't get my tax return since 2015.
Well,
they hold me my tax money, and I can't get no justice for that. But they won't increase. Mahatma Gandhi said, crime and terrorism will never stop in this world once there's injustice and unfair practices, you know, Saeed. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. I know of a guy in Grandy. Listen to this, eh? He got his pension. That is his sole income. He got his pension in December. He got January. He got February. He did not get March, April, May, and June. Who's laughing at him? Embert, I asking you that question. You telling the public that we are laughing at the judges and the parliamentarians and the MP when they go home with a couple of $1,000s, but when they was getting 30, 40, and 50,000 a month, nobody was laughing. Who is laughing at the pensioner now? Who is laughing at him? Tell me, come on, say something. 237-3135. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Fahey.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
If you're working in a company or in a job or wherever you're working, you're supposed to get more you perform, is more you get pay increase, right? So if you're not performing, why should you get a pay increase? You should get a pay cut.
Exactly.
Because it's years and years they just there and then raising the pay. It's too selfish. If you're not performing, pay cut, not pay increase.
Nah.
Right in this country, I want.
Thank you, my friend. Mr. Al-Rawi wants to interfere in the Freedom of Information Act. You tell me that. So because Mr. Afre asked for certain documents that was leading to the construction of the Sandal Hotel in Tobago, and the court favored him, now they want to interfere with the Freedom of Information Act, so the citizens now cannot get what they want. Eh? So instead of 30 days now, we have to wait for 90 days now, if you decide. This is not about party, you know. This is about production, you know. This is about carrying Trinidad forward and not backward, you know. So the caller who call and ask if it's a UNC party, bread should come out $50. Let me see if you go pay it. Let me see if you, me? But it stayed on our shelf Friday. Take what I'm telling you. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
After Imbut and them, and the PMM, all of them drain the treasury, give the family contractor pressure wash the stadium for 30 million and things. These people still looking for big pension. These people have no shame. They're shameless. Very much shameless.
Thank you, my friend. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa is angry over the government move to increase pension for retired judge, ministers, and member of parliament. Just imagine, this is the former prime minister saying that, you know. This is the former prime minister saying that. Now listen to this. Come back to me, guys. Now listen this. She and her whole team could have gone to the parliament and said, yes, we would like to approve it. She could have done that. But you know what? She was angry about it because of the state of TNT. Now listen this. UNC Pro Anita Haynes called the government petty and ridicule for the move to increase parliamentarians and judges' pension. Take a look at this.
And ridiculous. I'll call it petty because I think he was just trying to make a point when this is serious business. A lot of, I think just today there's an article in The Guardian talking about how people are suffering and people who are trying to make $6,000 make it to the end of the month, a combined income of $12,000, and you're telling me that we're discussing pension hikes and that your suggestion is that we'll benefit anyway, so we ought not to talk about it. It's ridiculous, and I think his comment was just meant to be insidious and ridiculous.
No. We have Ganga Singh. We have Ganga Singh now approving this now. A UNC member approving this. He wants extra money when he retires. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saeed, I have a suggestion for you. They took... Yeah?
Go right ahead.
Yes. I have a suggestion for you. They took 2 weeks to register the immigrants. The done.
I am listening to you. Go right ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Saeed, they take 2 weeks to register. The one that is not registered, the government's supposed to take 2 weeks now to send them back and then to detain the rest who didn't appear at the port to send them back.
Quite right. Thank you, my friend.
Mr. Saeed?
Yes, thank you.
Give them 2 weeks to gather at the port and get the water ferry
and
send
go
them
back.
And who failed to turn up at the port that they came in, then arrest them. Give them 2 weeks to send them back.
Well said. Thank you, my
Yes,
friend.
Mr. Saeed, thank you.
That is a very good suggestion, but would they do that? 237-3135. Caller, good night. What do you have to say now, viewers, about Ganga Singh now saying yes to the increase in pension? Did he boycott the UNC? Did he jump ship? You tell me. You tell me. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. This is Real Talk. This is Saieed Ali.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call
1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back, viewers. Now, viewers, a new political party has been launched in Trinidad and Tobago as of yesterday, June 16, 2019. On the line is political leader of the newly formed Progressive Party, Mr. Nikolai Jean-Paul Edwards. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Now, my first question to you, sir. Tell us about the newly formed Progressive Party.
Now, the Progressive Party is in response to the current climate in Trinidad and Tobago, where many persons across the country feel as though they have no voice. It feels as though we have no real options because it's one and the same when we look at the political parties that sit in Parliament currently. So, as a young person, I'm often told, be the change you want to see in the world and that we're the leaders of tomorrow. So, acting on that advice, I decided that I wanted to create a platform for people who have found that they don't align with the current parties to come together and let's change the direction of this country. So that was really the genesis of the Progressive Party, which was on Sunday.
Okay. My next question. Why did you choose to contest the general election?
Because I've worked in civil society for about 10 years. I'm a youth advocate, and I have advocated on a number of issues. And what I've come to find is that we will be advocating for so many issues or so many things to change in the country, and we will put resources, time, energy, effort. But if there is no political will, we will not get the kind of legislative changes and policy changes necessary. So I found it necessary for us as civil society, as citizens, to put the people we want to represent us in Parliament. So we need people who will go in there and do the people's work. So this is why it is important for us to contest a general election to change out the current MPs and put in fresh MPs who will have a fresh mandate for the country.
Well said. My third question. What does the Progressive Party have to offer citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? What are your plans in taking the country forward?
Sure. So we are unaccustomed to proper consultation in this country. For instance, your MP, when she or he sits in Parliament, do you ever hear your MP standing up and saying, well, the people of my constituency, constituency X, feel this way on a particular piece of legislation? No. We constantly hear, well, my party's position, and it's always about party, party, party. So we want to have proper consultation from the start. People want to be heard in the country. People are knowledgeable about what they want to see change in the country. So we simply want to fulfill that in Parliament. I'm not coming with recycled promises. We're not coming to give you promises of things that we know we cannot accomplish. A simple thing as paving roads and water in your pipe. No party or no candidate should be saying if you vote for them, you will get these things. Regardless of who is in power, you should have paved roads, drains built, and water in your pipe. So all we want to provide is proper representation. We want the people in the constituencies to choose the candidate they want to represent them, and let's make them electable. Let's work with them to ensure that they have the right skills to go up and face a general election and be in the Parliament to represent you. So we're coming from that kind of position.
This leads me to my next question. In terms of health, education, social development, and the energy sector, what are your plans to develop those areas?
Thank you so much for that question, because we really need to touch on the issues. Education, for instance. We are educating our citizens, but we're not providing them with the right skills to survive in the world. You go to school and you learn math and English and on all these compulsory subjects, but you're not being taught the skills to survive. So I want to see a revamping. We, the progressives, want to see a revamping of the education system where we use better technology so that we understand 3-year-olds today, they could take a tablet, search for stuff online, and they are much smarter than we give them credit for. So we have to tap into that potential. So simple things like making classrooms smart classrooms so that our children can access technology, as well as you have many children with challenges, persons with disabilities. Our education system does not adequately prepare persons to deal with those challenges. So psychologists and social workers, we need more of them in schools. Healthcare, we also need to incorporate proper technology there. Now, when you go into a health facility, you should be able to have your records pulled by any doctor. Even if you go from a private institution into a public institution, your records should be available so that no matter what, your doctor knows what to prescribe. We also should have within the health sector health surcharge going directly to the health sector. When you are working and you're paying health surcharge, that money just goes into the consolidated fund. It does not go directly to the health sector. We need to trace the money. We need to know what we're paying for. The energy sector, sustainable development. Why are we continuing to put so much emphasis on oil and gas? We should be using the revenue from oil and gas, as we have received over the years, to develop other industries. We have the beautiful sun here in the Caribbean. Why aren't we harnessing that? And we have a lot of environmentalists in this country who have solutions, so we want to harness on that. And then you mentioned one other sector.
Energy sector.
Well, energy, so right. And that's also, in dealing with that energy sector, we can have a lot of economic benefits once we have lessened our dependence on non-renewables. So I would love to see a day when Trinidad and Tobago is 100% renewables. So you're harnessing the sun, the wind, even hydro forms of energy. So we have the capacity, we have universities in Trinidad and Tobago, we have competent people, but we need to now cause politicians to make the changes that will, yes, affect their finances, but will redound to the greater benefit of this country.
Mr. Jean-Paul Edwards, I would like to thank you for taking the time out to talk to us, and I wish you all the best on your new party and the upcoming general election.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night to you. Viewers, we have a live team at the Port of Spain Parliament. I think they are live presently right now. Hello? They're not online? All right. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But remember, do join us tomorrow from 7 to 8. Vicky? Hello? 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 Well, hello, Vicky, are you there? Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. Our rerun of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow on Synergy TV. Remember, do join us tomorrow night for another episode of Real Talk. Be safe and enjoy it.